All right, well, when it comes to actually getting yourself into the home market, it can be a pretty difficult thing to negotiate, whether you're buying a house or if you are buying a condo. But it's a matter of being able to get that deal and being able to identify what that good deal is.
That's right.
So when we start off, there are a few things to remember, and we've had this discussion before, so let's talk about it. How do you start off by identifying that good deal?
Well, if you want to know what a good deal is, you should know what a good deal is not. So just simply getting the purchase for a certain amount under the asking price, that's not necessarily a good deal. Because if a house is grossly overpriced to begin with, even if you're getting it for $20,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 under what they're asking, you might be overpaying. So I'd say if price is what's important with you, sit down with your buyer's agent and look at the comparables. See what other buyers have been willing to pay for similar properties, and let that drive your purchasing decision.
You mentioned the fact that you have to be able to recognize what is not a good deal, and often people go out there and they're in a bidding war or they're seeing prices that are higher than they really should be. So how do you identify what is not a good deal?
Well, I think if we look at what might drive, it's motivation which drives sellers to maybe accept less than they otherwise would. So certain things can impact the price, and maybe look for those if that's what you're after. Bank foreclosures, if a seller's relocating, if they've already bought something, if it's an estate sale, if there's a divorce or a separation, those are instances where a seller might be more motivated and might sell for less for those reasons.
That's right. So you can maybe get closer to getting that steal of a deal, hopefully?
Hopefully. And, just keep in mind that ultimately a house is worth what a buyer's willing to pay and what a seller's willing to sell for. So if you really want the property and a seller's not willing to budge on the price, you might just have to pay what they're asking. Sometimes you have to pay through your teeth, but if it's what you want, then buy it.
So then I guess the next question for you is, what does a buyer need to do if they want to be able to negotiate and get that lower price? Because it's often really difficult for some buyers. Yeah,
well, for a seller wants to know that if they accept an offer, that there's a good likelihood that offer is going to come to completion. So if you can make a strong offer, if price is what you're after, buying a property, cash, no conditions. Let's say I have a car that I want to sell and I think it's worth about $10,000. You offer me $9,000 cash for it. Kerry offers me $10,000, but he wants to have a mechanic look it over. He wants to get a loan from the bank. I might just take the $9,000 cash because I know it's done. I know it's a done deal.
And it's there, so you don't really have to question that.
That's right. So, but there is a risk involved with coming in with no conditions. So, balance that. It's a balancing act. Keep in mind that a home inspection condition, a financing condition, they're there for a reason, for the buyer's protection.
That's right. Well,
yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in and sharing
Absolutely.
some of those tips. I think a lot of people will appreciate that out there right now.